Hey all you house cats and lions, I'm Dale Robin Jr. the third, and this is the 31st installment of Slow to Pro, a YouTube series where I go from slow to, well, still unable to find any sort of pace. This is the first race of 4 in the Respect the Spec series being put on by Zealous Racing League, so we are all in the new BMW M4 GT3, and that's why they put Spec in the title of the series. Today we're at Brands Hatch for a 45-minute race with no pit stops, and there was an absolute downpour during qualifying, and then the weather cleared up for the race, so we're starting off on a track slicker than Rick, but it should be dry as grandma within a few laps. Starting off in the back because that's still where we belong. And this is a good demonstration of the differences between a public lobby and a league race. Brands Hatch is a narrow track, so there's not a lot of room for error when you're side by side like the guys in front of us are. And yet they still navigate turn 1 and head into turn 2 without making a NASCAR race out of this GT3 event. As we come down to turn 3, I'm still being cautious. In my head, the track is still greasy as a glizzy, and all it's going to take is a rear tire on a painted curb while they try to squirt down some go juice, and we could have ourselves a multi-car wreck, which could mean positions gained. But again, the difference between a public lobby and a league race is that everyone in here is also considering the same facts, and the difference between me and them is they've all got way more experience in dealing with those facts, so my goal is just to stay as close as possible to anyone in front of me. Hey, be sure to subscribe if you're not already. We're up to 43 subscribers as I write this, getting closer and closer to that half-century mark, so thank you for subscribing and thank you for clicking the like button to help this channel continue to grow. I appreciate you. As you saw there, the black BMW ran wide, lost a bunch of speed, and he knew it. Instead of cutting back in, he let us take the position. Another difference between a league race and a public lobby. So now we're in the middle of a BMW sandwich, and I'd much rather be the top slice. The thing is, I don't have the skills yet to make passes, especially not on tracks covered in glizzy grease. So my intention is just to get tight and tidy and hope this red BMW makes a mistake that won't include us. So we finished lap 1 without incident, and we head into turn 1, and I'm just awful at turn 1. The way the track drops out makes the grip real loose. I don't know, I'm just bad at it. We head into turn 2, and as we exit turn 2, this is where my traction control starts to hinder me, and he runs away, and the BMW behind us starts to catch up. So I lower the traction control right here, but it's too little too late. We've lost too much speed now, and I'll just give the inside up to this guy. And at this point I'm thinking, hey, we're all tight enough here that if this black BMW in front of me can make the pass on the red one, I'm thinking I might be able to just sneak in with him and just follow the window that he opens up. So let's see if that shapes up. He's got his nose in there right now, and he's gonna make his move in this turn. So here we go, we're gonna shoot the gap. Bam, we're side by side. This is what you came for, and if not, this is what I came for. And in my head, I'm saying, hey Red, you're either letting out or we're crashing, because I'm taking this position. I'll leave it up to you, buddy. And thank goodness he let out, because I had very little control over my vehicle at that point. We would have definitely wrecked, and it would have been my fault, not his. And that's called taking responsibility, Sheila. The black BMW ran away from me for 3 laps, and then I spent 5 laps closing it back up. So here we are on lap 9. Coming into turn 2, and we've got some elbows flying. Black BMW bumps into the orange one. It's not too severe, luckily. And then as we come down to turn 3, the black BMW just can't get down to speed fast enough, and I see that, and I get way inside the track, so he's got somewhere to rejoin. Again, difference between a league race and a public lobby is in a league race, people will leave you room to rejoin the track as long as you're doing it safely. You know, if it all makes sense, it makes sense. Does that make sense? At this point in the race, the track is really starting to have more grip because it's drying out, which is bad for me. You know, they say rain is the great equalizer because, you know, you can't push the car to the limit on a wet track. Well, I'm very familiar with not pushing the car to the limit. So yeah, as the track dries out, these guys get faster and I don't. And the other thing they do is make fewer mistakes. Let's skip a lap to me losing my position due to a mistake. I ran a little hot into the final turn, which lets the yellow and black BMW behind us get a strong run across the start-finish line heading into turn 1. And I was aware of this during the race, so I don't kick and scream. I just let them have the position, and we'll just try to keep this thing on track for another lap. For the rest of the race, they just ran away from me faster than my ex-wife Sheila, right up until I took it into a wall. We're coming through turn 4, and I just put the sauce down a little too hard and wasn't able to save it. Right into a wall. Then I brilliantly thought I'd cross the track and get ready to rejoin, and then I hit the other wall. That's when I decided to just return to the garage and start anew. So yeah, we started in 15th and finished in 15th. Good race to those who had one. Thanks for watching this installment of Slow to Pro. I'm Dale Robin Jr. III. You guys have the kind of day you want to have.